haven't tried it. You haven't
It's
even
brand
sealed
new.
it.
I know. And this is the reveal. I'm gonna be you know, using this for the very first time and seeing it for the very first.
Perfect.
So I am petrified. You know that. I'm just terrified, petrified, whatever.
We'll
the word
get
is.
through it together.
Yes,
it's not that bad.
So you were going to
explain. This is what is in your box. This is the stent right here. So
yeah, sure. Yeah.
So this part goes through the nasal passage, so there's no activity there. This is really the only active part right here. And that's going to be sitting right at the soft part. So it goes in through your nose and down. And, you know, when I put it in, sometimes I open my mouth in a mirror and I can see it at the back of my throat. And then I know to pull it up just slightly so that it's no longer visible. And that's the spot. Collapse it into the tube like this. And that's ready to be inserted.
Okay.
Show you?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's much easier to do than it seems. Sort of angle it through. I'm back, so I can feel it at the back of my throat. Do you want to see if you can see it?
Yeah. I can see it. Yes, it can just down a little bit behind your your soft palate.
Yeah. And I can swallow and everything like that. It's fine. So I'm going to pull it out just slightly. And then as I pull this insertion tube off,
you hold on to the white so it doesn't fall.
You hold on to the white, yeah. Snap it off. So now this part would get taped to the cheek, or some people wear a nasal mask with it so then the nose so it doesn't break the seal.
So if you're wearing, you mean like a nasal CPAP?
Yeah.
So if you're wearing the nasal mask, can you get a pretty good seal?
You can, especially with the bleep mask. There are certain masks depending, so whether you tape it out to the cheek, but if you're wearing it with the bleep mask, tape it kind of up like here. Just like that.
Right, so there's no strain.
Right.
The way you the loop.
And I can, I'm aware that it's there, it's not painful. Swallow, drink the water. I wouldn't recommend eating anything with it in, but...
Well, I'm actually blown away by how easily you just slid that in.
So this one, for me, because of the curvature of the insertion tube, goes in much easier than the shorter ones, for me, in my anatomy. And I've heard that from several other patients. It just sort of guides itself right exactly.
And when you're speaking, back there, it's...
No, it's fine. Like when I swallow, I know it's there.
Yeah.
But it's not full. It's not irritating. It's because you're not foreign, right?
Sure. It's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so
was that easier than you thought?
You're gonna leave it on?
Yeah, leave it on.
As an inspiration to me. Yeah.
Okay. It's a fashion statement.
So yes, it is. Yes. Some parts of the world that that would be really.
And so then, depending on how far your anatomy and how your head size, everything like that, you would have some people have more leftover out here to tape than others.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether you put it in your left or your right. Switch sides, type of thing, and then. Like I said, if you wanted to wear this for the soft palate, you could also add one of the shorter stents in to open the nasal passage.
So that way you can catch the nasal valve and any type of edema that happens up higher up, but also manage it.
Yep.
Now, you were mentioning to me that a new version of this.
Yes, which will be active all the way through the soft palate to the nasal LR. So it will be a combination of smaller with
right. So here we go. This is what's in the packet. Scratch.
So it comes with the tape, that tube is just to help
Micropore
clean
tape,
it off.
yeah, like you've got on there.
Yeah.
And
then
now, this tube I'm showing you for.
that is to clean it. So once you take it out, you can slide the stent over top of that just to help get any residue off of it.
Oh,
When
you slide it through.
Nope, you put the stent over top of this.
Over top of it to get
Yeah,
a
you
residue from inside.
Yeah.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I look terrified?
I was too the first time I put it in. It honestly, it's
Okay.
psychologically, it's much more difficult than it actually.
Well, it certainly helps that I just watched you do it so effortlessly. You know, I have to rise to the challenge.
So, yep, that there.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep. And then you slide that part on black ink. Some people have told me that it helps have this tip a little bit lubricated, whether it's just with water or saliva, something just to help it slide through if you have a drier nasal passage. So
Okay. So
you can
this is
try
what
it
you're
as is.
suggesting I do.
yes,
Okay.
just to help it slip through.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
sure that's been
choose your
done
nostril of
many,
choice.
many a time. So,
Just like that.
okay. Okay. Are we sure we're ready for this?
Yes.
So-
and just go slowly,
Yeah.
and it'll sort of, you'll be able to tell if you need to wiggle to the left or to the right.
When I tried the 3-inch stent with Dawn, similar feeling, like I feel some resistance. It's almost like a seizing
Okay.
around it. I don't know.
Was that in the same nostril?
Yeah, it was the same. So, I'm just going to take it out and
Okay.
go in again. Because when I did a 3-inch, I tried a couple times, and then when I tried it the third time, it just went right in. It was
just-
slightly different
yeah.
angle.
Yeah.
I think it was, right?
Yeah, you just
So
it's
it's
kind of
trying
have
to
to
matter of
wiggle it around.
finding
Find
the
that
path.
little,
yeah.
And that's what our airway care teaches. Once you find that, once you're able to get it in the times, that it becomes a lot.
Excuse me.
And sneezing normal.
Definitely makes me feel seasick. Okay.
I was experiencing all of this my first time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you?
A moment.
Yeah. Did you want it? And if, I mean, you can
I'm good.
try both sides too.
Um,
One side might be easier than the other.
I want to be
depending on-
faithful to the side
Okay.
for the time.
Okay.
Not the prettiest sight in the world. I'm going to say that you probably shouldn't have said I'm a because I thought it was 90% of the way in. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
It's definitely a different feeling, isn't it?
The things we do for the love of science. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Excuse me.
Yeah. Did you? So you did
Well,
get?
you know, I mean, I'm just thinking. I'm wrapping my head around how easily you slid that in, and I guess it's a fear of the unknown, right? It's just, you know, once you do it, and you know.
Yeah, and it's you do kind of, you feel like you hit that block, and if you just sort of twist it and twist and a slight push, it just sort of does slip right through.
Okay, now I need to know. Am I about halfway?
Same was where. Feeling it on the side or at the... Feel it in the back? Yeah. Depending on where you feel it, that's about where. Can you swallow? Yeah.
There?
Yeah, that's, yeah, you're
Oh, I can feel it in the back
yeah.
of my throat now. Okay.
Swallow. You'll feel it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so probably right about. If you're
Okay.
Okay.
So that would be it then?
yeah, so as long as you're above the epiglottis, because when you deploy it, you'll gag. I think you're okay there. Yep.
Okay, now
Now slowly remove that and hold the white
I hold the white
Yeah.
and remove
and
this.
slide that forward. Feel it. Further.
So if I want it to look down a little bit now, I can?
You can. Feel. Now you can snap that white piece off.
Slowly. back there. So if I want to pull it down a little bit, I can.
And that's sort of when people are getting used to it, they play around with how far back it is.
Yeah.
Kind of get used to how much is left over.
That's hanging down a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Before. So here we go. Okay. So.
Okay. So then here you would take tape.
So I would take that
to your cheek or your nose or.
You.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Aren't we beautiful?
Okay, let's take it nice and close here. Okay. All right. Wow. It's in there. It's in there. And I can actually talk with it in.
Was it as bad as you thought?
No, it's really not bad at all. It's just a terrifying thought. It really isn't bad at all. It's just a terrifying thought. And of course, you know, you're not accustomed to.
It's weird.
Yeah, shoving something up your nose that far. I mean, you know, we're taught not to do that, right? So
yeah.
That is, and when I just think about what I just went through to deliver this, and how easily, while you were just casually talking to me, you slid this in place and you taped it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just a couple weeks of practice.
Right. So this is what I'm saying, like, you know, the first time you can expect, this is what you can expect, probably for most people.
Yeah.
But in a very short period of time, that becomes just, you know, like brushing your teeth, a little event that happened.
Yep.
Before you go to sleep.
Exactly.
I can see that happening.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if my nose is dripping, but it certainly feels like it is. Is this something that the nose is producing?
You will get accustomed to those symptoms. So we tell people that there is about a 1 week lead-in period, whether it's the shorter nasal stents or this one.
Right.
Your body is reacting to this foreign object.
Right.
And it's sending tears and sneezes, mucus and everything.
Right.
After about 4 to 5 days of use, it stops. Like my nose doesn't water anymore. It doesn't drip anymore. My eyes don't water.
Effortless to you, and you're speaking as if like nothing, and certainly I don't see you struggling I feel like my nose is dripping. It's a good thing I've got facial hair. Otherwise it'd be all much.
Yeah, no, and so depending on the patient, we've heard anywhere from 3 days to 6 of just working their tolerance.
And so I can tell you, even and the same thing happened with the 3-inch stent. The anxiety that I was feeling is like at this point, like I'm going to say 90% gone. Like I'm not going to say 100%, but I mean, even just sitting here feeling comfortable talking to you with this in and so forth. I mean, 2 minutes ago, it was still very guarded, and as I can just see within a very short period of time, I'm feeling more at home with it. It's really interesting.
It's kind of like when you put your contact lenses at the time, you're touching your eyeball and it's uncomfortable, and you don't want to scratch your eyeball, you don't want to hurt yourself, and it's the same thing. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
So
Thank you for that experience.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for doing it with me. And then pulling it out. Are we ready for that part? This part, I mean, this is the part where you just sort of untape, pull it out to it, and then
that quickly?
Yep.
So there's no set speed, whatever you're comfortable doing.
Yep. And that's
that. And then after you would rinse it
with cold water.
Cold water, and then spray it with that tube.
Yep, and then let it air dry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yep. And along with the stent comes like that little booklet has sort of the IFU for how to clean it and everything afterwards. But yep, that's easy as it is.
Wow.
And do you feel anything now? Like
No, I mean,
no throat irritation,
No.
Yeah.
No. So, I had it in a little bit too far at first.
Yeah.
When I first pulled it out, and so that was uncomfortable speaking. But when I just pulled it up just a smidgen, and then I got up behind the soft palate.
Yeah.
Then all of that went away. It was the part that was hanging down. I guess maybe even touching the bottom of the top of my tongue.
Right.
Perhaps,
Yeah. We have had a recommendation to once kind of get to how far it is in for you. If you even take like a permanent marker or something and just identify the part on the stent that's where it stops.
Right.
You know, just so when you're doing it quickly before bed, it's not always a guessing game. You just know you go to your mark and...
You know, just based on what I saw you do, I'm sure it just becomes a very intuitive thing. You know how far, so forth. At first, all this guidance. I can see this becoming very second time, and that's probably what you hear from the
our
clients that
happiest customers are the 6. Yeah, they find the most benefit. They've tried other things. And there's nothing else that really addresses the palate. They've come across us, and they're the ones that take the email us, send us their videos, send us their...
Now, are these folks typically wearing PAP as well, or are they a mixture of some wearing?
Some is a mixed bag. Some of them tried PAP, hate it, are looking for alternatives. Some of them are looking for... Their PAP worked for the first 8 years and then sort of doesn't work as well anymore, so they're still symptomatic, so they're adding it too.
But adding it to the PAP?
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is it's not like this or PAP.
No,
they're using this along with PAP.
Yeah. Or with an oral appliance. You've got oral appliance.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.